Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. My name is Cozy Faber, and I am fortunate to be the Deputy Director of Partnership and Giving at Age Africa. And I am truly excited to host the third episode in our signature series, Chats Worth a Million. Today, we're gathered here online for a very special occasion. We'll be diving into relationship building between the US and Malawi, an occurrence that even just a few years ago would not have been possible to manage. So it's really a pretty spectacular time that we live in, right? A time of true global connectivity. So here's what you can expect in the next 30 minutes or so. We'll start by watching an enlightening 8-minute interview with Peace Kamwana. Peace is a 14-year-old student at St. Michael's Secondary School in Malawi. Peace is informed too. She's a sophomore. She's an Age Africa Chats member, and I'm going to define chats for you here. We'll learn more about the nuances as this half hour unfolds. But CHATS is an acronym that stands for Creating Healthy Approaches to Success. It is an after-school program that builds agency or a sense of control over oneself and the girls who participate. CHATS programs take place once a week in Age Africa partner schools. And really the closest thing that I equivocate CHATS to here in the US is like Girl Scouts or maybe Girl Guides if you're outside of the US. Our approach is built with a peer-to-peer leadership model where girls support each other by being their own facilitators and group leaders. Bertha and Peace will tell you more about chats, but I just wanted you to have kind of a foundational definition of what we mean when we're saying chats. So right after the video interview, we are incredibly lucky to have both Peace and Age Africa District Officer Bertha Banongwe coming to us live from Malawi, where it's 7 p.m. And both of them will be able to answer any questions that you might have and to share their unique perspectives on the work that we're doing. One little caveat I just want to add here is that access to electricity and internet bandwidth in Malawi can be spotty. Of course, we are really hoping for the best, but I just want to give you a heads up that we may have to make some technical modifications as we move along. So then after the video, we will welcome our esteemed Executive Director, Concepcion Gaxiola, to the screen, who will manage our Q&A session. So I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and engaged throughout our session. So I have a couple of housekeeping notes for you, and then we'll get started. Please use the Q&A feature to share your thoughts or ask questions at any time during the call. Don't hesitate. Your input is invaluable to us. And then after the interview, we'll open up the floor for questions. So as you're listening, think about questions you might want to ask or discuss further. So that's it from me from now. Let's kick things off by watching the interview with Peace. Get ready to be inspired. And thank you everyone for being here. Your presence means the world to us.
I'm Peace Kamwana. I am in Form 2 here at St. Michael's Girls Secondary School. I'm a member of it.
I understand that you are one of the girls in your community that are still going to school. May I please know and also understand how does that feel for you to be one of those few girls that are attending school in your community?
Our community has very less people, less girls who are still attending school. It makes me feel very proud and very much like a role model to those people still in primary school. I feel like it's a pleasure to still be in school, to be one of the few girls who are still attending school. So I'm proud and happy for myself.
Please, the people that are watching us, they've never attended church and they don't even know what church is. I want you to paint a picture of how church, how can one feels when he's part and is a member of church. So just paint a picture for the people that are viewing us, but they've never attended church or even not even knowing the church.
Right, chats here at St. Michael's, they start from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock every Thursday. So a chat session we start every chat session with a prayer. After that prayer, we have songs, we sing songs, dance, and just to get the body flexible and active for whatever we'll be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the chat lesson, the topic for that we will be discussing for that day. After the discussions, the girls leading ask questions to the participants. The participants will give responses according to what they understood.
Yeah.
And the participants also ask questions if they have some to the leaders of that topic. So after the questions, after everything, after the lesson, we also tell each other what action we have to take according to the topic we had. What action we have to give just to show an effect that we learned the topic and we understood it, and we have to get it in use in our daily lives.
Mm-hmm.
So we have us as girls, let's just say, for example, the topic of peer pressure. After learning it, we give each other aims that if you encounter peer pressure this week, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to manage it? And what effect will you allow it to give any effect on you? Or what are you going to do when you encounter into it, when you come across it? So we give each other action plans, what we have to do for us to be avoiding things like that, or maybe to be doing something much more better than we used to do.
Yeah.
And after giving the action plans, we choose the facilitators for the other week, for the other meeting we're going to have. We always have 2 facilitators for every meeting. So after choosing, we close up with the prayer and the day is over. We have our chat in another unique way. We have dances and songs to understand the topic much more better, because without the dances and songs it won't spice up and it won't have fun.
Mm-hmm.
As girls, we usually want to have fun during the chat session. So we have dances, songs, we also have role plays just to understand the topic much more and to know what it really feels like to have another way of a real life expression.
Having the vibe.
Yes, of what we're learning.
Oh, yes.
We have talent shows, and we also have some social activities where we go to St. Michael's Hospital, which is very close to our school. We can go there to learn some other things which are from the chat manual. Yeah, and most of the discussions and most of the activities are from the chat manual. We take them from there and discuss them as a group. Being a member of chats, it's just it's like you're being a member of freedom to speech.
Wow.
Being a member to your own rights. You have the freedom and the courage to talk of other things that you cannot just talk necessarily. Yes. But then you talk them out, you speak them out, you're just free. And you also get the knowledge from your friends, what they do, what they say. You acquire skills and knowledge from what other people do and say. Because over here we meet people of different places who have different cultures and characters. We learn other things from different people. So being in chats is like being in a place where you can feel free as a girl, being in a place where you can just do what your life wants. And you can, it's like you have the ability, when you're in church, it's like you're facing your abilities to be whatever you want to be in life, to fulfill your dreams.
Okay, this I want to learn from you. The chat manual has a lot of topics that are so much helpful, and they're impacting a lot of girls here at St. Michael's. But for you, you might have a specific topic that you can really know that this topic has really impacted my life. So I want to hear from you, which topic in the manual you feel that it has really impacted your life more?
The topic that really, really gave an impact on my life is the topic of leadership.
Wow.
I was once one of those people who wouldn't even stand in front of 10 people to talk. But then the topic of leadership gave me the courage to have the strength of leading people who are even above my age, who are even older than me, who have authorities much higher than me. The topic of leadership taught me a lot of things, a lot of skills which I didn't have. It has a very special impact that some other people can't see, but then it really impacted my life because in the past I was even afraid to lead a class into something. But then now, ask me, I can even lead a whole school into one thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so the topic of leadership is the one that I take as the most impactful topic that I've learned at Chats.
I know you might have a message for the girls that have left school because of marriage. So I want to learn from you. What message can you convey to the girls that have left school for marriage?
To the girls that have left school for marriage, one thing that I can say from deep down in my heart, marriage is not a lifesaver. It's not a solution to your problems. Of course, you can have hard times in school, you can have some problems with school facilities and materials, but still you have to work harder. The more you work hard, the chances will just arrive in your life. Being married and deceiving school, because it's like you're deceiving the school and getting married can never be a solution to your life. Being married will just get one person into much and more problems, because marriage, when a person is young, can never be the solution. You have to wait for the right time. And if maybe a person has realized that it's a mistake, a girl still has time to get away from that trouble and go back to school. It's still a chance. A girl deserves her rights.
Yes.
All right, everyone. What a spectacular interview. That just really laid some nice groundwork for our conversation in the Q&A session. So now, without further ado, allow me to introduce Peace. Hi, Peace. Our district officer.
Hi.
Bertha. Welcome, Bertha.
Hi. Thank you.
It is an honor to have both of you with us today. Your insights and experiences are incredibly valuable, and we are all eager to learn more from you during this session. For everyone joining us, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the Q&A. And so now I'm going to hand the question asking over to our very own Executive Director, Concepcion Gaxiola. Concepcion is truly a guiding light in the organization, bringing us together to make meaningful impact. So Concepcion, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cozy. Thank you for the introduction and a very warm welcome to everyone who's joining us today. It's really inspiring to see so many familiar and new names coming together to hear a little bit more about Age Africa and our programming, especially today as we feature chats. We have about 14 minutes now to take some questions, so please, I encourage you to use that Q&A feature. This is a really great opportunity to engage directly with Peace and with Bertha, whether it's something that sparked a question for you by just listening to the interview, or you've been pondering for a while about wanting to learn a little bit more about chats. But while you're thinking of those questions and putting them in, Bertha, I just want to get back to you real quickly. And before we get into these questions, can you give me a few sentences to kind of explain to people that are watching today what Chats is and why it's such a powerful program for girls in Malawi?
Thank you very much, Conception, for this chance that I can be able to explain about Chats from Malawi. So Chats is one of the incredible programs that empowers girls to live their life and also to take charge of their life while in school and after school. It also helps them to build their self-confidence, to speak up for themselves, And so they can be able to take issues that they face in school, in their homes, and even at their communities. So through chats, girls have learned a lot. So the chats has helped them to guide their peers to improve their academic performance in chats. So the program fosters a deep sense of sisterhood with girls to form strong connections and support each other in where areas of challenges have arises in their lives. So just to add more, chats has teaches a lot of girls variable coping mechanisms that can be able to support them to handle challenges that are facing every day. So challenges, just to explain a little bit, maybe challenges of early marriages, post marriages, and maybe running up for marriages. So such kind of challenges in chats, girls are able to learn some of the coping mechanism to make sure that girls are able to handle the challenges in that way. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for that brief. Thank you. Chat's description. I appreciate it. I know you've been with us, Bertha, for 8 years and or longer, actually, maybe 9, 10 years now. So thank you for all the wonderful work that you're doing with these girls. I know you see them as your children as well, and we really appreciate everything you do on the ground. We have our Q&A has popped up, and I'm really excited to see folks are engaged and interested in learning more. So I'm just going to kind of condense a few of these questions. Peace, these questions are directed to you. So we have a few people here wanting to learn how long you have been involved with chats. Mary's, by the way, wants you to know that you are amazing, and so very happy to see that comment. But we'd like to know how long you've been with chats and at what age can girls join chats?
Okay, I've been with chat since I came to St. Michael's, which is 2024, last year. So I joined chats. Now it's been a year since I've been in chats. A girl can join chats, I feel like, at any age, as long as the girl is an adolescent. So maybe, at my opinion, a girl can join chats maybe at the age of 11 or 12. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And have you been a facilitator for chats? And how did that feel since leadership is so important to you? Or are you in the wings of waiting to be a facilitator for chats?
I've been a facilitator for chats, and it made me feel very, very proud of myself. I felt like the leadership thing was working inside me, and I felt so amazing. It feels so amazing to be a facilitator for chats.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Well, congratulations. I know that being a facilitator is a very coveted and very position in the chats group. So congratulations to you for doing it at such a young age. So that's fantastic. Um, I know that you're at St. Michael's and it is an all-girls school. Do you think chats has helped you to, outside of school, maybe interact with boys? And do you think that boys could also benefit in some part of chats when you're discussing certain topics?
Yeah, chats can also be beneficial to boys because when I'm outside of school, in our community, when I discuss some of the topics with boys, the topics that we learn at chats, they get interested to know more about the knowledge that I have, and it helps them in many ways. When I was explaining the same topic of leadership to them, some of them were even surprised to see me standing or speaking to them because I was very shy. I was very less talkative. But then that time they were like, Peace, what is going into you to be talking like that? I was like, chats has helped me a lot. So it can also impact boys and other people when outside school.
That's fantastic. That's really good to hear. It sounds like people in your community see you as a role model and somebody that they can strive to be. Do you feel that way about yourself?
Yes, very
Yes.
much. And I feel very proud because people admire the person I am today.
Oh,
And I feel very nice to be a role model to some people.
that's wonderful to hear, Peace. Thank you. I have another question for you. I know that with chats, we work with all of you at when we first introduce you to chats, and designing a career path or a path into a goal that maybe you've set for yourself as to what you would like to achieve. Can you let us know what you would like to, I don't want to say when you grow up, but what would you like to do when you finish with school?
When I finish with school, I want to be a medical engineer.
Hmm.
I'm inspired into being an engineer, especially in medics. So it's what I want to be when I finish school.
And what inspires you to want to achieve that? Like what do you want to do with this profession?
What inspires me very much is when I see the struggles people are getting into just to find some cures or some, just to diagnose some diseases that some people suffer. And I want to be one of those people who make history, people will be mentioning my name, that Peace created this machine so that people would be better nowadays. So I'm inspired to be one of those people who will be the greatest of all in this world.
Dream big, Peace. That is incredible. Dream big. We are going to write your name down and remember it. So when we're looking 5, 10 years into the future, we'll know that we met Peace on February 20th of
Yeah.
2025. So thank you so much. That's fantastic. I'm just seeing if there are any other questions that it may have popped up, and just trying to see here where we're at. All right, looks like it's a little quiet on this side. But I have a question just for you, the just overall, and thinking about your siblings. Do you have siblings, Peace, that may also be in school with you, or that look at you as well as a role model, and what their next steps are?
Yes. I have siblings, especially my little brother. He looks
Oh,
at me as a very big sister who succeeds in school. So I also pull up my socks just to make him proud, more proud. And I feel like I'm a very big role model to all of my siblings. And they feel also proud to have a big sister like me.
oh, that's fantastic. Peace, what area of Malawi are you, do you come from?
I come from Cholo in the
Oh,
southern region.
okay. So it's far. It's far.
Yeah,
Yes.
very far.
I know Chiolo. It borders Mulanje and Palombe, if I am correct. And please, Bertha, correct
Yes.
me if I'm wrong there. And we,
Yeah, yeah, it's
okay.
true.
All right. Fantastic. What are the distances? If you didn't go to St. Michael's, how far would you have to go to your community day secondary school if you would have stayed in Chiolo?
Uh, from my home to the nearest community day secondary school, it's about 2 kilometers.
Okay. Oh, so it's closer. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I had a question just pop up, so I'm being mindful of time as well. What does it look like being a girl in Malawi? And what does the day-to-day life look like? So think of it as being at home as opposed to being at school. What does a day look like for a girl in Malawi at your age?
at my age, a girl in Malawi, especially when we're at home, it's like, of course, we take it as normal, and it's also a simple day, but then we just start the day off with some house chores. We have to draw water, have to wash clothes for the children, for my siblings, and then fix food, make food for the family, fix up the house. By afternoon, you should make sure that everything is fine. And then you can go play by afternoon, maybe around 2, play with your friends, chat with friends, with the community members. And then you should make sure that before the sun sets, that's the Malawian rule, before the sun sets, be at home, start preparing food, and make sure that everything is settled up.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for that very detailed description. I appreciate that. Um, Before I hand it over to Cozy, I just want to read a very beautiful quote that one of our attendees, Mary, wanted to share. And she says, "Peace is one of God's armor, feet of peace. Run, girl. You've got this." So very inspired by you, Peace.
Wow.
I am just, yes, right? I am I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to have met you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that attended today. We are extending these series out more and more. And I'm really excited that we'll bring another one in a few months and invite folks as well to attend. But thank you so much, Peace and Bertha, for your time. I'm glad that the internet was able to keep up with us. I'm going to hand things back to Cozy. Cozy, thank you so much for arranging this and putting this together. And I'm going to give also a shout out to the person that makes it happen behind the scenes, a very amazing volunteer named Josh over at Webinerd. Thank you so much. And Cozy, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. So as we draw this incredible session to a close, I too want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of you for joining us here today. We are planning another Chats Worth a Million signature series session next quarter with another scholar, and we'll be sure to let you know once it's scheduled. It really is my great honor to unite Malawi and the scholars we support with our dedicated supporters and advocates here in the US and the UK. Your engagement and enthusiasm today have truly made this a special event. So for those of you who wish to stay connected and keep up with our ongoing efforts, I highly encourage you to follow us on social media. And finally, I cannot emphasize enough how precious and life-changing your donations are. So remember, every contribution, no matter what size, plays a pivotal role in our mission. Together, we are not just supporting scholars, we are investing in a brighter, more promising future. So thank you once again for your time, for your support, and your belief in our cause. Here's to many more Chats Worth a Million and to the continued success of all of our scholars. Also, Josh, I'd like to say thank you to you at Webinerd for volunteering and providing your technical savvy so that we're able to accomplish such a meaningful feat. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.